I'd like to call to order the March 5th, 2025 Plan Commission study session. If everyone can stand for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Joe Gomez-Stagel.
Here.
Rudy Bambick.
Here.
John Gill.
Here.
Russ Vogel.
Here.
Justin Nestor is absent. Colin Emchway is currently absent. Ashley Abernathy present. Adam Decker.
Present.
John Dykstra.
Here.
Bill Manasopoulos.
Here. New old business, item A, 2025-2, Homestead Acres, first commercial add-on. Proposed site plan for a one-lot Homestead Acres, first commercial addition for the proposed use of a retail grocery store located at 9548 Wicker Avenue, Northwest Development, LLC, Don Turenga Engineering.
So the petitioner is going to be joining via Google Meet. They have not joined online yet. If you would like to move on to item number 2, and we can circle back to this. And for the record, Colin Emchway joined the chat at 7:01.
Okay, thank you. Item B, 2025-4, the Gates of St. John, units 32 to 40. Proposed site plan for the residential development located east of Blaine Street between 93rd and 101st. LBL Development, Steve Kill.
Hello, everybody. This is this project, so just a little bit background on it, just so everybody knows where it came from. This was the subject of an annexation into the community and the subject of EDA 4, Economic Development Area 4. So just a little bit of background. This was vetted by the town council, annexation agreements, there was development plans approved. We have a development agreement signed on this. So this has been through the ringer for about, and we've been actually designing this for about the last 6 months. So what you have in front of you is the entire lot layout of the whole subdivision. So to the north by 93rd Avenue is going to be the single-family cottage homes, maintenance-free. We believe Ron McFarland's going to be building those. So that's what you see identified as Phase 1 on the plans. And then right below that is additional. Now, these are age-restricted homes, similar to what is in Orchard and Sterling Gate, in the gate. So they're going to be all age-restricted. John Gill is very familiar with this. The same, that type of product, John, just so you know.
Yeah.
So that was what that's what we told they wanted. So we are having Phase 1 and Phase 3 are going to be age-restricted there. We're going to jump down to 101st Avenue then. And that's going to be Phase 2. There you go. Now it's on the, so that's Phase 2, as well as that section of townhomes above it will be Phase 2. Now, the only difference from what you see in this phase line here is that when we set this up as an economic development area, the engineer doesn't quite have the phase line correct. If you, could you come down just a little bit, Ashley? No, down. This phase line is going to come up this road like that. So this line's going to be gone, that goes like that. So we're going to have them change that. And again, it's important that we follow the allocation areas that are established in EDA 4 in that residential TIF district. So these phase lines have to follow that exact. So that's one of the changes that we're actually looking at doing right there. Ashley, I know, has done a cursory review of this, and we have a sanitary manhole we need to move a little bit north by 93rd Avenue. We have to change the zoning on the NIPSCO parcel that was established during annexation. Why that's not shown as open space, I don't know, but again, this is the preliminary design, so all that stuff will be changed. And then we're gonna go ahead and correct that phasing line on phase 2 there, just so that matches what was approved. So I know this is kind of everybody's first blush at this and first look at it. We're looking at phase 1, we've got 71 homes, phase 3, 62, phase 2 is 12, the other phase 2 is 134 units, so there's varying units in each one of those phases that were already discussed and approved by the town council. But I have to, we're not planning on a public hearing until April. It won't be in March, so I'll be back in front of you several times because it's kind of a big project and you want to take a look at it for at least a couple months.
So you're going to come back, I'm sorry to interrupt.
I'm sorry, Joe?
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you were saying,
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
so you're going to come back for a planning session again?
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
all right,
Yes.
okay, because that's.
Oh, yeah, I mean, this is your first blush, look at it, so absolutely. I mean, that's no doubt about it. I mean, there's a lot. I know that Adam is here, McAlpine, he's the review engineer. I think he's, and I don't want to speak for him, but I think you've kind of been reviewing this as it's been designed, Adam, I'm not sure, but,
I've been looking at it pretty
Right.
detailed. I've been electronically, so this is the first hard copy.
so, it does take a lot of review, which is why we have months left before there's any kind of primary public hearing, primary plat approval. But this will give everybody a chance to take a look at the design. And again, it's kind of unique in that this was the subject of an annexation agreement with this exact design approval, with the units approval, with front yard setbacks, rear yard setbacks. Everything is done it's established in the annexation agreement and the development agreement. Ashley, I believe, has a copy of the ordinance that has all of that attached to it, so I know that she's going to be reviewing all of that to make sure everything conforms to the annexation agreement and to the actual annexation ordinance that was approved by the town council.
Any other questions?
No.
Don?
Nope, I'm good. I'm still in the middle of my review.
Right. Thanks, Steve. We'll see you in April.
Well, yeah, just, I'll keep in touch with Ashley, and if she wants me on an agenda, I'd be happy to come back and, wherever, but I certainly will definitely be at the April study session. By then, I'm sure engineering review will have progressed well into the project. Ashley, I have a chance to look at it. We can make any changes they suggest before we even get back here then. So, thank you, everybody. Be careful going home. Kind of nasty outside.
If you'd like, the petitioner for item A has joined, and we can move back to that item.
Okay. So item A is the Homestead Acres Commercial Edition, and they're online, you said?
Correct. Brian Davis with Peterson Company, I believe, is online with us, and he will be talking about the site plan for the proposed Dulasco.
Yes, good evening. I believe you have in front of you the proposed site plan that indicates the minor changes that are being proposed for the location.
That is correct. They have the site plan in front of them that was submitted by Turanga.
Be there in person this evening, or Don is not able to make it, either one.
Ash, could you give a little rundown?
Yes, absolutely. So, planning commission members, if you remember last month, we had kind of a conceptual presentation of this as they were still finishing out the engineering for the site plan. We have since received full plan commission submittal. This is the former Kmart building site that is going to be repurposed into a brand new Jewel Osco that is going to be approximately 70,000 square feet, more or less, of finished square footage. That I'm thinking is the old former greenhouse area is going to be removed. They're going to be putting in a drive-through area for the pharmacy, but more or less they're just going to be utilizing the existing site as it was already laid out redeveloping the building and creating and redoing the parking lot on that existing site. And Brian, you can correct me if I missed anything in that.
No, you captured pretty much everything.
After full engineering was submitted, it did get sent over to Adam McAlpine, who has been reviewing all the items with the site. He was the one who reviewed that ingress egress that we approved back in December. He was the one who did reviewed the plat amendment. So just to kind of finish out this whole project, he is the one reviewing this project, and I believe he's just started his review and has no comments yet at this time.
I don't have any written comments.
Adam, if you want to step up to the podium, please.
I don't have any written comments yet, but I will. So I've been in coordination with Don Taranga. There is a lighting plan. I haven't seen it yet. So there'll be lighting every other island. So it'll be well lit. Landscaping, I mean, it's mostly hardscape, but there is some green space. So there'll be some trees out there. Nothing is changing with regard to the utilities, and what I've asked Don to do is to provide us with some calculations to verify how that storm sewer system is equipped to handle rain events. I mean, it was built years ago, but I just think that that ought to be something that we are aware of. But I've never heard, I don't know if you have, of any issues with regard to flooding in the parking lot. But it becomes an 18-inch at the northern end of the site. So at any rate, I just wanted to let you know that that conversation is in progress, and I'll be looking at those. But besides that, it's really just piping. There's no detention on this site. It's just using what's there and tying into it.
Any questions, comments? No? No. Okay, thank you, Adam.
Thank you.
Item C, 2025-7 Heartland Park expansion. Petition to amend the zoning map of the town of St. John, Plan Commission's jurisdictional area by reclassifying it from a RC2 PUD to a public district located at the southeast quarter of Section 6, Township 34, North Range 9, west for the purpose of a public park and amphitheater. Ashley.
So, Plan Commission members, this is going to be a rezone of the 40 acres that was deeded to the town. That is going to be a proposed amphitheater and splash pad that the town council is looking forward to having that project undergoing. The intent is to rezone it from RC2 PUD to a public zoning district, as that helps kind of make all of town parcels located within that public zoning district. Advertising has gone out. Mailing is being sent out tomorrow, I believe, and it should be ready for our public hearing in March.
Thank you, Ashley. Item D, 2025-8 Greenview Estates. Proposed address change for a new residential home previously at 10100 West 93rd Avenue, St. John, Indiana, to 10096 West 93rd Avenue, St. John, Indiana, Steiner Homes. The applicant is Ryan Zentz.
I'm the owner.
Okay.
Yes. Ryan told me to come to represent this case. So we bought the lot in 2023. And so previous owner actually owns two parcels. One, he has the house. The other lot, he sold to us. And later, we figured out actually over lot is originally was assigned address 10100. His lot should use, I think, is 10110. However, he used the address originally signed to overlot. That's the reason right now we need to apply for a new address for overlot, so that we can start like construction.
Ashley, any comments?
So, she is correct that the parcel that exists there, that is next to it, has the address of 10100, and that was given when that house was built. However, when this property was also provided a lot back in the 80s, 90s, somewhere in there, it was given the same address of 10100 West 93rd. Obviously, when two properties are built, they cannot have the same address. That caused conflict and confusion for public safety, for mailing, for all that purposes. So the petitioner was provided the information to seek an address amendment from the Plan Commission to amend it from 10100 to 10096. That fits kind of what is in the area, because the house that's up here is 10090 West 93rd. And state statute does allow for the Plan Commission to assign street numbers to lots or structures and have the ability to renumber those lots and structures, and that's IC code 36-7-4-405B. So that is why they're in front of the Plan Commission, and that's what their petition is going to be. It's just going to require a public action item at our March meeting.
So they'll be back in March?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. We'll see you in March. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 5, adjournment.